Today we're going to be talking about the artist Pablo Picasso. We're going to be talking about how to make a Pablo Picasso inspired artwork. So he was very famous for using something in his art called cubism. Now cubism is when you take more than one view of looking at something and combine it together to make something new. So for example, you could see this is a picture of a man that's looking at a profile side, which is when he's looking at his side. And then there's a portrait view of the man, which is when he's looking straight ahead. So Pablo Picasso would take those two things and combine them together to make something that looks like this. So this woman, she has a nose that's hanging off the side of her face, so that's a profile view. But her eyes and her mouth are facing forward, so that's a portrait view. That's one example of how Picasso would combine things together. Also with this picture, you can see the orange eye on this woman is looking forward, that's a portrait, but then the other eye is looking like a profile eye, and the nose is looking profile, and the mouth is looking profile. So again, he was very famous for combining those things together into one picture, and that's called cubism. But we are going to take this sheet of paper and roll different faces and eyes and noses and mouths to make our project. Now, if you don't have dice at home, you could also just pick your favorite. But I also have a way that you can just use a Google search to roll dice too, which I'll talk about. So to start your Picasso project, we're going to look at this sheet that I included in the lessons, the ones that has all the different types of faces you can roll, all the type of eyes, all the type of noses, and all the types of mouths. Now, with the dice, if you have dice at home, you can just roll dice, but I actually don't have dice. So what I'm going to use is, if you go to Google, you can actually type in right here, roll dice, and Google just has a thing that lets you roll dice right there. So you can see I can just press roll right here, this blue button, boop, and I got the number 3. And then I'm going to go back to my pictures right here. So a number 3 face looks like this one. So I'm going to draw that face, and I'm going to draw it pretty big because, again, I'm going to need to draw like things like my eyes, my mouth, things like that, so it has to fit those things. You can see I have a profile nose. A profile nose is like, again, a face that's looking to the side. So the nose is sticking off to the side of it. That's a profile. So let's roll again. I'm going to go back to Google, or if you have dice, you can use your own. I got a 2 this time. So the 2 for the eyes, because that's what's next, is this eye. That's going to be a portrait eye, because a portrait eye is one that's facing just forward in front of you. So one of my eyes, I'm going to draw like that, as best as I can. Alright, I'm going to have one more eye, because again, faces have 2 eyes. I'm going to roll again. This time I got a 3. A 3 eye looks like that. And again, the 3 eye is another portrait eye. So we have 2 portrait things and 1 profile. So 2 portrait eyes and 1 profile nose. So let's roll again and we'll see. Actually, the nose I don't have to do because it's already drawn for me here. So some of the faces, like, again, number 3, already have a nose drawn. So you don't necessarily have to draw those again. But if you got maybe like a 1 or 2 or any of the other faces, you can roll the nose. And then the last one, number 4, is the mouth. So I'm going to go back to roll my dice. I got a 6. Ooh, and a 6 mouth. Looks like that, the one at the bottom. So I'm going to draw my 6 mouth right here. And that one kind of looks like a profile too. Like it kind of looks like it's off to the side, like hanging off the edge. So after I'm all done, you can add extra details. Let's say if you want to add hair, if you want to draw an ear, You want to even draw the rest of the body, maybe like a neck. Shoulders. So my person kind of looks like this right now. And then when you're done, if you'd like to color it in, you can too. I'm going to start to do that. There you go, everyone. When I was done, my project looked like this. Again, Picasso used a lot of colors that didn't really necessarily look like colors that a real person would have, but he just kind of had fun with those colors, so I had fun with mine too. All right, everyone, if you make one of these projects, again, I'd love to see them, and I will see you again for the next art lesson. Bye, everyone.